Good afternoon, hello and welcome. You're watching CNN News 18 and I am Poonam Burde. Let's now get you some breaking news that's coming in, and this is coming in from the Parliament, where a no-confidence motion was moved by the opposition that is now going to be taken up in the Lok Sabha from the 8th to the 10th of August, which is next week. Prime Minister Modi is expected to reply on that no-confidence motion on the 10th of August. Payal, my colleague, getting us more details. Now, Payal, this is just a move by the opposition to force the government's hand to get the Prime Minister on the floor of the House to respond, because numbers-wise, it's way more comfortable for the N.D.A.
Well, numbers is definitely not the challenge as far as the N.D.A is concerned, led by the Prime Minister, but the fact that the motion was moved and the motion was in fact adopted by the Speaker, so time had to be made available. So plenty of time has been made available is what government is saying, that from 8th to the 10th will be when the Prime Minister will really be replying. So they have sufficient time to raise the issues that they really concern them, and as far as numbers are concerned, that's not an issue at all, because the BJP and the N.D.A have an overwhelming majority in the Lok Sabha. So that is the least of the problems as far as, not being able to defeat the motion is concerned. But the fact is that the BJP and the government is hoping that this is going to be actually egg on its face for the opposition alliance, given the fact that they do not have the numbers and they do not have the issues to really raise, and the Prime Minister is going to come back hitting at them very, very hard, both in terms of numbers, in terms of the work that has been done by the government, and also in terms of everything else that the opposition has been trying to politicize.
Right, that's the strategy as far as the government is concerned. The centre, of course, on the front foot, even as this no-confidence motion was moved last week. But now we're learning, Pal, that the opposition members of parliament are not happy with this either. They claim that the date for this was decided in their absence by the Lok Sabha Speaker. What can you tell us about that?
Poonam, what had really happened is when the Business Advisory Committee met and the Parliamentary Affairs Minister started talking about certain rules and procedures, is what members have told us. The opposition party pressed on them and told them that you have to tell us what is the date of the motion and why can't we have a discussion on the motion as early as tomorrow itself. So the government did try to explain to them that there is a procedure in place. The Speaker has 10 days of time left, and the fact that the decision will be finally with the Speaker and that the Speaker will decide its date. The opposition got rattled and the opposition actually left from the meeting saying that, the government is only pushing for bills, they're not interested in the debate, and they only want to pass bills mindlessly. That's what the opposition has been alleging. So after that, the opposition walked out, and soon after the opposition walked out, the Speaker also, in confirmation with the availability of the Prime Minister and of course with the government, has said that the 8th to 10th is the date for the no-confidence motion.
So that happens next week. What can we expect the rest of this week for what the Parliament is expected to see? I'll come back to you on that. But Congress's Manikam Tagore now joining us on this broadcast. So thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. We're now learning that 3 days have been slotted for the no-confidence motion for the discussion to happen on that. The Prime Minister will reply on the 10th of August. Why is the opposition still unhappy?
Yeah, previous in 16th Lok Sabha, when the no-confidence motion was tabled, the next day it was taken as for discussion. Why now government is changing the goalposts? They are passing bill after bill. It is an illegal stand by the government, and now they had put it on the last day of the parliament for the reply for Mr. Modi. Why this arrogance? They should ask the Prime Minister we had moved no-confidence motion to make Prime Minister to speak on Manipur. Now they had put it on 10th of August, the last day of the session. They are responsible for the disruption of the House. We are told very clearly that we need the Prime Minister to come to Parliament and make a statement. Prime Minister is speaking in Man Ki Baat. He is speaking in the lawns of the Parliament. He is speaking in the library of the Parliament. He is not ready to come inside the Lok Sabha and make a statement on Manipur. The four opposition parties, particularly India parties, are united. We want the Prime Minister to make the statement, and why government is delaying the no-confidence motion to be tabled quickly, why they are wasting these 5 days. This week 5 days are going to be wasted. Same way if they do it, they are not allowing the parliament to function.
But Mr. Tagore, sorry to interrupt you there. Why do you think that these 5 days are going to be wasted? There's legislative business that needs to be taken up. Isn't that important for the country as well?
You have to understand it as per the parliamentary procedures and practices. When the no confidence motion is tabled, the first business should be the no confidence motion. Previous time in 16, when Mr. Modi was the Prime Minister, in that time TDP moved the motion, and next day it was accepted and the discussion on the no confidence motion started. Why Mr. Modi is afraid now to accept it? He is taking, now it has been already 6 days is over. Now another 4 days, 5 days they will take it. Next week only they will take for the discussion. Is it not right? Why media is not asking him that question?
Sure. Sure, we'll ask the BJP that question, but I also want to ask you this. Well, the Business Advisory Council was the one that decided when this was going to be slotted. Opposition members of parliament are part of that particular council as well. Why did the opposition then walk out? They could have been a part of that discussion and raised objections there and perhaps gotten the date changed. But because the opposition walked out there, the speaker decided on a certain date, and that is what is going to happen.
They registered. That is a completely wrong thing, that the opposition leaders, all the India leaders and the BRS party, all registered their protest that the business should be cancelled and there should be immediately the no confidence motion should be taken. We should not allot any other business, any other item for business. They can't legitimize a wrong by these kind of BACs. Therefore, they boycotted, they walked out of the BAC in protest. This is first time it is happening. It is a very serious thing. When a BAC, when the only government is deciding what they have to do it, how the parliament will be running? It is a complete breakdown of the parliament structure itself.
Sure, Mr. Tagore, I request you to stay on with me because there were certain questions that you were asking of the BJP, and I have BJP's Jaiveer Shergill on the phone line. I would ask him to take those questions. Jaiveer Shergill, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. The Congress says and a united opposition, as they claim, say that there has been precedence in the past where a no confidence motion has been moved and immediately within 24 hours it was taken up. Why in this case the delay?
Firstly, opposition is only and solely interested in playing game of hide and seek on the issue of Manipur rather than indulging in serious discussion and deliberation. First, the opposition, especially the Congress party, the party president does not attend the all-party meeting on Manipur in the parliament where Mr. I.N.D.I.A was present and the Congress president was not present. Number two, Congress demand was Prime Minister should speak. Prime Minister issued a statement. After the demand shifted, there should be a discussion in parliament. Mr. Honorable Home Minister said he's ready for discussion. Then they shifted the goalpost. The Prime Minister, no confidence, he will speak. Now he will speak on the 10th August. The truth of the matter is the alliance, as I call it, not India, the ... alliance is running away from discussion because their double standards on Bengal and Rajasthan, hypocritical standards will be exposed. Prime Minister is going to take the wind out of the sails of the opposition's hypocrisy, double standards, and state the government's commitment to the women's safety in this country. On 10th August, you will witness. And lastly, legally and procedurally, the Business Advisory Council, opposition believes in spit and run politics. There is no rule. When you move a no confidence motion, the council and the speaker take the decision on the discussion which has been taken. Now opposition is scared, jittery, jumping like a kitten on a tinned roof that the Prime Minister will speak and they will have no answer to give.
Right, the war words between the centre and the opposition will continue both inside and outside Parliament. What happens to the proceedings until the no confidence motion comes up next week? That is also something that the rest of the country is looking at because legislative business is being held to ransom. Who exactly is responsible for that? That's a question many in the country are also asking. But I thank you both gentlemen for joining us here on this broadcast with your perspective. Staying with what's transpiring